Hey, we're back. We're back, baby. Hello, we're back, department. We are so back. Guys, what is up? Welcome to another fantastic Tuesday live stream. A stream that, for the last 2 weeks, for whatever reason, has been incredibly cursed, but not tonight. Thankfully, not tonight. We're not going to have to worry about that tonight. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed. Knock on wood, if you will. But yes, we're starting off strong. The stream is indeed working. I think we should be okay. A-okay. But with that being said, why don't y'all go ahead and do me a favor? How many of you are here? How many of you? All 7 of you that are here tuned in right now. I'm counting. Make sure to go and leave a like on this stream, of course, and make sure to share this around with as many people as possible. Let people know that we are going live tonight, and if they want to get some exclusive opportunities of increasing their odds to win this week's live stream giveaway, they need to make sure to go and are watching right now, getting their orders in, of course, to qualify for this week's live stream tonight, starting today at Tuesday. Any order that was placed today, online or in store, up until Thursday, and 2 days from now. 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that is going to be the deadline to enter Thursday's live stream giveaway. You do not want to miss out on that, so make sure you do so and spread the word, of course, all around. And we got a nice, interesting conversation starter. Got a nice little topic that I wanted to go over. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. Trust us, it's my stream on Tuesday, man. We're going to get derailed. We're going to lose sight of the main conversation at some point or another. We're going to get lost in the sauce, if you will. But it's okay. That's exactly what I expect. Oh, man. Excuse me. I completely rushed to eat my dinner, so that way I wasn't eating on stream. Ooh. I'm incredibly gassy. I made some delicious Chinese food tonight, so very, very good. But I'm starting to feel the revenge, if you know what I'm talking about. But if you guys haven't already, make sure to continue liking this. Of course, appreciate it. All 2070. All right, bumping up a little bit more in likes. Let's see here, and let's see. Cutter. What's going on, Cutter? Good to have you here. RPG lovers. Hey, what's up? Are we going to get hit with the Tuesday curse? So far, so good. Thunder Gaming YouTube, who's ready to win? We're going to find out the winner of this week's live stream giveaway like we always do on Thursday. But happy to have you here, Thunder Gaming. It's a great opportunity for you to increase your odds. The darkest of trees, my brother. How you doing? Victor, what's happening, dog? What the fuck does that... Mr. Lomchicks. Hi, what's going on, man? Good to have you here as well. Billy Mota, what's up, dude? What's up? Zar Bakara, how to do Galen D. Yo, man, what is happening, dog? No curse starts. Something has gone horribly wrong somewhere. Yeah, whoever has my bad luck right now, I am so sorry. That's normally meant for me, but you know what? I'm tired of getting the good luck. I'm taking matters in my own hand. Squirrely Nuts, good to have you here, man. Good to have you here. You'll be happy to know, Squirrely Nuts. We should be getting. I'm waiting for Prime Tech to let me know. He did let me know that he was finished filming with the sample model, so he's gonna be sending that back as soon as I get the tracking info for that. He's gonna let me know. He's gonna let me know what the tracking info as soon as he gets it, so that way I can let you know too. So that way you're in the loop as well. Mason, hello. Hey, SFG, I need help with 2. What should I get, Mason? I don't think that's a complete sentence, but I will gladly help you with whatever it is that you need help with, my friend. I'll gladly help you with no matter what. Yo, what's up? So glad to be here. That's what's up, baby. That's what I'm glad you're excited, guys. It's a Tuesday stream. Let's kick back, hang out, and relax. We're gonna be running the stream till 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is important to know because I do have a promotion going on right now on the left. It's the Certified Hood Classic, every 50 getting you 2 entries into this week's giveaway. What's required to enter this week's live stream giveaway if you haven't already? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to leave a link to the rules of the live stream giveaway into the live chat for all of y'all to go on and check out. Read for yourself. All right, it's pretty standard stuff here, guys. Pretty standard stuff. All you got to do to enter the giveaway. You ready for this? Ready? Follow along? All right. Order something $20 or more. I shit you not. That's the only thing that is required. That, and of course, you're watching Thursday's live stream, of course. So I always appreciate every single one of your views on all these streams, right? It always means the absolute world to me. But that is literally it. That's literally all you got to do. But right now, during this promotion, during the stream, every $50 spent on an order subtotal will get you 2 entries, so doubling your chances of winning. The winner is going to be taking home a brand new YouTube unboxing mystery box. So make sure you don't miss out on this. Make sure you don't miss. If you don't believe me, go ahead and ask former winner RPG lovers in the chat right now, because holy crap, this man is a 2-time winner. This man's a 2-timer. Ladies, watch out. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This man is a 2-time winner of the live stream giveaway, which is hilarious considering what he asks for in his winnings. It's so fucking funny. It is so hilarious. This man is obsessed, has a genuine addiction to AAPO1 stuff, and it is hilarious. And I'm gonna be a good dealer and continue to make sure that you are hooked on the product, my friend. But you guys can go ahead and be the next big winner. All you gotta do is place your order. That's literally it, and you're in. Don't miss out. It's automatic. There's no additional cost of entry. I did want to go ahead and share, however, some good news as well. Good news, everyone, right? Some more good news. BB Wars. BB Wars, BB Wars, BB Wars. Warlords of the Wasteland. We have, if you guys have not been paying attention to our social media, which if you haven't, what's wrong with you? We put a lot of work into that. And also our Discord server, which you should most definitely be a part of. Our boy, Eddie Valiant Airsoft, will be joining us for BB Wars, Warlords of the Wasteland. Again, it's going to be happening May 25th on a Sunday. Make sure that you're there or you're going to be square. And, of course, regretting not showing up at all. It's going to be a freaking blast, dude. I love BB Wars. It's been a long time tradition to host a BB Wars event, our own personal game that GI likes to host. And we were finally able to score in with Wildlands Airsoft Park, otherwise known as Jungle Island Paintball. That has been my white whale. I have finally been able to secure the date. The owner has been nothing short but accommodating for us, and I absolutely appreciate you. Again, it's my favorite field, man. It's my favorite field for a reason. It's going to be an absolute blast. Cisco and I will be leading, of course, the Empire. Boaz will be leading, of course, now with the help of Valiant Airsoft, the Rebel side. So it's going to be an absolute blast. Again, shout out to Lance Tactical, Zion Arms, KWA, and, of course, Valiant for joining us as well. It's going to be an absolute blast. I even confirmed that KWA James is going to be there as well on the Rebel faction, too. So, hey, whether you want to go with the disgusting, filthy, incorrigible rebels, or if you want to go with the super cool, the meanest MFers you'll ever meet on Empire, by all means, get your tickets in now. You get your tickets in now. That's $50, man. That's 2 entries right there. But only during this time frame, of course. Only during this time frame. Now, this is a Q&A hangout live stream. If you guys do have any Airsoft-related questions, make sure to put the letter Q right in front of your question. It's going to make it way easier for me to spot and identify, of course. Way easier for me to go ahead and answer. I'm going to move that there. That camera was bothering me. It's going to be way easier for me to spot and identify. Now, if I haven't already answered your question, you can ask it again, but anything more than twice is considered spamming. Just be patient. I will come around to it as soon as I possibly can. And if you guys can, please, 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 it would mean the absolute world to me if y'all can go ahead and share this around with as many people as you possibly can. Right, actually, I'm going to leave a link to BB Wars. I didn't do that. I should have done that. Should have done that sooner. There we go. It means the absolute world to me that you guys choose to spend your free time hanging out with myself and, of course, the rest of the Mayo Gang. So I'm going to need everyone's help, though, to go ahead and get more views on the stream. If they want to get more entries and secure their dub, you know what you got to do. You got to share it around to everyone. Your mom, your dad, your uncle, your auntie, your sister, your cat, your dog, your gerbil. Everyone. Everyone. All right, so you go scrolling down. Most recent comments and questions. But, yes, we also do have a topic for tonight. This has actually been something that we've been kind of talking about a lot recently. You guys have been seeing our videos, right? Let me see if I can pull one up so I can give an example. We've been doing a lot of, like, don't do's in Airsoft type deal, right? We're doing a lot of don't do's in Airsoft. Don't do's in Airsoft. We've been a lot of, I want to see more of this type deal, right? It's been a lot of cool stuff, like things I think are generally, like, I want to say positive for the community in terms of the message that we're trying to send out. So something like, along the lines of, I'll say this one, right? Well, let me see here. Let me pull it up. What the heck? Why is there like 2 videos playing at once? What the frick? Hold on. Okay, let's pull this over here. Let's share the screen. This is one, right? Just an example so you can see what we're talking about.
I must have been a ricochet. I'll be alright. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. When in doubt, just call it out.
Sort of messages like that, right?
If it's a ricochet, it doesn't matter. If it's a direct hit, you feel like you got hit with a BB, just call it.
So we do these videos for a reason, obviously, right? We want to make sure that we're sending out positive messages out into the airsoft community. That's always been a thing, right? Because it always does seem like that's like another big complaint of a lot of people getting into it. Like, we'll put stuff out there, right? And then people will just say, you know, like they'll come up with their negative experiences, which does suck, right? Which absolutely does suck when that happens to them. But, you know, I'm thinking, like, is there even a way to ensure that there is no cheating that occurs on the field whatsoever, right? Is that even physically or even remotely possible, right? It's just such a hard thing to do, right? Like, obviously you can say, like, oh yeah, me in this field, you know, we never have cheaters, and yeah, that could be a thing, right? But you also have to think about a few things, right? You know, accessibility. How easy is it to get into that field? Is this a field that, like, not too many people even know about in the first place, right? Is this like one of those secret hidden gem type places? Or how close are you to a large population, or is it kind of out in the middle of nowhere? These are all things that you got to think about. Oh, thank you. These are all things that you got to think about, right, when taking that into effect, right? Like for me, for example, right? SoCal. There's so many fields. People are spoiled for choice here in terms of what fields that they can really go to. Obviously, I do find, in my personal opinion, I find that fields out like Wildlands, for example, that are out a little bit more out in the, I don't want to say the boonies, but they definitely are not that close, you know, to like a major metropolitan area. I do find that those, generally speaking, the more out of the way type fields that you get, the more of a dedicated and like nicer fan base. I don't want to say necessarily nicer, but like I definitely want to say more. Like, you're not going to go out there unless you really love the hobby. You know what I mean? Like, that's sort of the general vibes that I get from it. But even then, you know, like I remember going to Wildlands a few times and seeing that there were like one or two instances where, you know, maybe, you know, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. But apparently other people had issues with these types of players as well. They were, of course, you know, handled properly and dealt with. They were dealt with. The Russian mob boss took them out. No, they were dealt with appropriately with the right amount of force and everything. Or they just dipped before, you know, they can get into some serious harm, right? They weren't there for very long, so it didn't really ruin my day. But, you know, it still happened, you know. So is there even a way to get rid of cheaters as a whole? Right? Is that even going to be possible? Let me know what your guys' thoughts about that are in the live chat. I'm actually genuinely curious to hear what you guys have to say about that, because I know that's a lot of people's like biggest issue with Airsoft, even outside or inside of the community, is just cheaters in general. I know that bothers so many people. I try not to let it bother me as much anymore, because again, like I'm there to play. It's going to happen regardless. But is there even a way to get rid of it? Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that. All right, let's go back to the chat. There we go. DJ, what's happening, brother? Good to have you here as well. I saw Primo Tech was in here as well. Dax the Ginger, hello. See, we're at 33 concurrent viewers and only 15 likes. Guys, make sure to leave a like on this stream. Let us know you guys want us to continue with these live streams, hanging out with every single one of you guys. Adrian Brown, how you doing, Adrian? This question goes for anyone really. I'm wanting to do some sort of internal upgrades for my Lancer Tactical Gen 4 with Nebula MOSFET, but I have no idea how to start, how to make sure what fits. Adrian Brown, for any airsoft gun, whether you're going with a Lancer, whether you're going with a G&G, whether you're going with an Arcturus, debatable with an Arcturus, whether you're going with any brand that exists out there, VFC, doesn't matter. The very first upgrade that I always tell people to do is going to be your bucking in a barrel. That's like step one, right? We're going down the list, right? How intensive? We're going down the tiers of this iceberg that we got in front of us, right? Bucking in a barrel first. Then from there, I'm like, all right, what else are you hoping to achieve, right? Because the Gen 4 as is, especially once you like get the right settings on that, like that shit is nuts, right? With the Nebula with that adjustable trigger too is fucking cool, dude. Like it's so good. But I know if you really are trying to push it even more, sure, yeah, you can definitely do more with it if you wanted to. It was designed, you know, to be able to handle more, but realistically, I think it's pretty freaking solid out the gate, man. I would say if you haven't already been messing with the settings and tuning the trigger, I would say do that first. I would say that would be like the very first thing. Crazy Jay, good to have you here as well, dog. Good to have you here as well. Want to be the same. Counting down the days and making patches, dude. Honestly, I still have I gotta put your patch on one of my kits. I want to show you. It's actually pretty cool. I might do it on my Gothic Serpent kit. I might do it on that. Which, by the way, I am very close to finishing. I am very, very happy to report that I am almost done with that kit. I think I'm going to try to go for a cross between the two, between like historical accuracy and movie accuracy, just because, you know, I'm not made of money, you know what I mean? Like, I may make some money, but I'm not made of it. I don't bleed that shit. Like, I don't poop $100 bills, dude. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I think I might do kind of like a cross between the two. Something that's not like 100% inaccurate, but it kind of gets the message across, if you know what I'm saying. So that'll be very cool. I'll make sure to post pictures on that in the Discord, of course, when it's done. Mish, hello, hello, hello. Good to see you here as well, Mish. Keep scrolling up, keep scrolling through, keep scrolling up. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Would you guys say? Would you say the Spectre Arms Edge series to get Astro MOSFET is better than the guns I had mentioned? Mason, what guns did you mention? I have to look up on that. Does my order from this Sunday, I believe, count for Thursday? No, Billy Mota. Like I've been saying, we only count the orders placed from Tuesday till Thursday. That is the only time frame that we are looking at for qualifying orders. That's the only time frame we're looking at for the live stream giveaways. Right? That's the only time frame from Tuesday, today, you know, at 12 a.m., right when Tuesday started, up until Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's the deadline we look at. But I'll do so with my next Airsoft purchase. Mason, no worries, man. No worries. And if you do have any questions for me specifically, by all means, feel free to do so. That goes for anyone. If you have any questions, put the letter Q right for any questions. And I see we're at 40 congruent viewers. Hey, that's what's up, baby. I appreciate all 40 of you watching this stream right now. I see we're going up a little bit in likes right now. We're at 21. That's still about half. Guys, let me know that you guys want us to continue with these live streams. Let me know what your thoughts are on the discussion topic. And again, it was going to be the end of cheaters. Do you think there will even be any sort of means of completely getting rid of cheaters altogether, and to making sure that it just doesn't happen? I don't know. For me personally, I don't think so. Just because, again, like, how would you even do that? You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to be able to like read someone's mind and be able to go out and stop that shit, you know, for him. Was that a Tom Cruise movie? What's that Tom Cruise movie? Oh, was it Minority Report? Yeah, Minority Report. If you haven't seen that one, it's an interesting movie. It's a good movie. Very, very, very 2000s depiction of what the future would look like. But I like it. It's pretty cool. It's a cool concept. All right, predetermination and predicting the future and shit. Right, but you'd have to be able to tell like who's going to be able to cheat, and there's realistically no way to do that. So, you know, it's always a very good question, right? Like, what could you even do to make sure there's no cheaters whatsoever? Arnie Valdez, what's happening, dude? Good to have you here as well. Haven't seen that name in a hot minute. RPG lovers, join Rebels. We season our potato salad. Hey, so do we. But we like ours extra spicy. I'll toss your salad. Anyway, that got weird. Anyway, Mason, to answer that question, I mean, it's a biased answer, man. I mean, what do you want us to say? You know, it's gonna be a biased answer, of course. It's gonna be a biased answer, but that's okay. I still believe it though. How much is AAP01? Around, yeah. RPG. Of course, RPG lovers fucking answers that question. Of course, he gets on it. Yeah, it's about like 124, 125. 16 days till I travel to OP Blacklist. Hell yeah, Cutter. I'm very happy for you that you're able to still going out there and doing a bunch of events out there, dog. I still am looking forward to the day where you and I can actually play together. I really do mean it. Like, I want to go out there. I really do. Drive, preferably, not fly, because I'm scared of heights, and I freaking hate flying. I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Flying's for droids. Why you gotta put me on blast like that? I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest. Do you keep scrolling through? Joshua Landers, another previous winner. There you go, man. Hey, what's up, Josh? What's up, man? How you doing? How you living, baby? Keep scrolling through. Okay, should be all caught up on all those. All right, scrolling down. Most recent comments and questions. Holy shit. See, I know I saw more. Fidel? Who's cheating? Who's cheating? Yo, dude, Fidel, you missed it. Like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? I think, or no, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Jazz hopped on a stream. And, like, she normally doesn't do that. And she was, like, meeting everyone, all the regs and all the mods, too. And she straight up met DJ. And she's like, oh, hey. Or not DJ. She met Chef. And she's like, oh, hey, what's up? Are you the weird feet guy? Dude, you have a rep, dude. You have a reputation going around, man. Just let everyone cheat. Then no one could. What the fuck, Happy Ghost Ninja? What the fuck? Which, by the way, dude, I don't know if Whiskey got back to you. But just want to let you know that your gun is waiting in the queue As soon as we can work on it, we will. Just so you're caught up with it. It hasn't been, because we've had, at the time that you checked it in, we had a lot more check-ins that happened right beforehand for repairs and upgrades. So we're a little backed up, but as soon as we can, we're gonna get it back to you. So just so you are aware, we haven't forgotten it or some shit. I don't want that being a thing. I mentioned the Arcturus CQB and the Tactical Gen 2. Those are solid. I think between the two, I mean, you definitely. I will say, I think the gearbox assembly, like the quality control, not even the quality control, but just the actual like attention to detail on the Arcturus is definitely going to be more than the Lance Tactical Gen 3. My bad, I read Gen 2 for some reason. Than the Gen 3, but the Gen 3 is solid, man. The Gen 3 is absolutely solid, right? It is freaking sweet. But I know that people will still compare it to Arcturus, and for a good reason. They're solid platforms, man. I would say in terms of arming newer players, it's definitely a toss-up right now in terms of like what the best options are. In my opinion, yeah, it would be Arcturus and Lancer Gen 3s. Like in terms of quality, AEGs that you can get that have a ton of features out the box that are just made very, very well. Those are two really solid picks. You honestly can't go wrong with either or. I guess I'm more partial to the Gen 3s. But again, like I can't not look at an Arcturus and think this looks fucking cool. And this is great. There's like literally nothing wrong with it. I can't point to a single flaw in it. Let's keep scrolling up. Is it even to JFDs? That's right, Primo Tech. Kaylin David. Hello there. Hello. Victor Montes, the Voss vest is a pain to find. Not really. Apparently, there's more companies that are making it. Checking Gears is like the one place that that does have it. Pretty readily available. So which I know for a fact I'm gonna do. But I think for right now, just because, or at least until, next paycheck, I'm probably going to go ahead and snag one for myself. It's not even the most expensive plate carrier I've seen. I've seen way more expensive plate carriers out there. But yeah, it's not something that's like super readily available at every single place. Trust me, if we could have a replica made, I would. It'd be fucking sweet. Getting back to the rhythm after a new job and car problems. Hey, Mish, you know what? I'm glad you're hitting back up the field, dude. I'm glad that things are starting to look up for you, dude. I'm glad that things are finally starting to look up for you. Keep scrolling through. Okay, scrolling down the most recent comments. Holy shit! It moved so much. I'm just wondering, how do I figure out what upgrades will fix physically without having to go through trial and error, and not end up getting upgrades that are worse than stock? Gen 4 is goated. Here's what I would say. If you're happy, other than the bucking inner barrel, right? I mean, all you got to do is check, right? Like, it's going to be AG, right? The Gen 4 and a lot of other guns will specify what sort of spec that they're falling into. And I'm not going to lie, when it comes to really experimenting, you won't really know until you try it out. You won't really know until you try it out. And even then, it's not guaranteed. You can ask Prime Tech, you can ask Cutter, even Squirrely Nuts. I know he's gotten a lot better with his tech work too. Squirrely, you've been doing a really good job on that too. Like, anyone that's ever opened up a gearbox more than like twice or three times and had to work on other people's guns, you guys know that you can order the exact same brand, same model, same everything of gears, motor, shims, air nozzle, pistol. Like, it doesn't matter. You can order the same part, same everything, and like one will just be ever so slightly or insanely different than the previous one. Like, there's just something up with like, batches where they just, again, sometimes the parts change. Like, again, like there could be a good run, of really, really solid parts one moment, and then the next, it's just like, okay, we get it from the factory, and it's like, this is not as good anymore, or it's changed slightly. The spec has slightly changed, so now we have to. That's why, again, generally, that's why we go through such a painstaking process whenever we make any sort of custom builds, because we have to test everything, and if something's not adding up or something's not going well, we're not gonna send that shit out. Like, we're gonna make sure that we're finding the stuff that's gonna give you the performance you need. Right? That's, anyone will tell you that, if with who's experienced enough, right, will say the same thing. Like, there is going to be some experimentation. Generally speaking, though, in terms of just compatibility, Gen 4 should be using a standard version 2 gearbox. Nothing too crazy. We're not reinventing the wheel here. It is still, a standard M4 AEG at the end of the day. We just got to choose the parts that went into it, and it's fucking cool, right? And it does perform very, very, very well. But that's a good question, though. That is a very good question. Drexen, will you guys carry the Ace Tech Volcano? Yes, we will. We showed it off or Lancers were showing off at SHOT Show, and yeah, it is, 100%. We're just waiting for it to be listed, but yeah, we're gonna have that up. We're gonna absolutely have that up. I want to turn it into a shotgun. Hey, yo. Absolutely running around with that. Absolutely. I think Airsoft is on the honor system. They will always be people willing to exploit it, Steven. I would have to agree to that. I would 100% have to agree to that. I think there's always going to be someone. It doesn't even have to be an Airsoft, right? It could be literally in anything in life. There's always going to be people that are going to try to take the shortcut. There's always going to be people that are going to try to take the easy way out or the easy dub. There's always going to be kids in class that are going to try to steal your answers. There's always going to be people that are trying to do anything they can to get ahead of you. Does it always work out for them? Not always. I will say, not always. I'm not I'm not one of those guys that's gonna always say like, oh yeah, like justice will always prevail. No. Are you kidding me? There's so many evil people in the world, dude. Like, it doesn't even fucking, But I will say, I have seen justice, divine justice, be exercised on some people before. Even on the airsoft field, I've seen people who were doing some really, really heinous stuff get absolutely reamed, banned for life from fields. I've seen people do some really, really stupid shit on the field or towards me, and I'll tell you a story. This happened, how long ago was this? This is like, I want to say 2 years ago. Either 2 years ago or like early 2024, like early. There was an incident where I went to Hollywood Sports with my boy Justin and my friend Nick. We hadn't been playing Airsoft together in a while, so we wanted to go out and play. So we went to our local, stomping grounds, if you will, right? Went to Hollywood Sports, HSP, good old HSP. But there was a player there who we all thought he was pretending to be dead, essentially. He had his hands up and was walking, right? And I didn't, and of course, I don't say anything to him. I just see him, oh, okay, dead player. And I was about to shoot him, and he put his hands out like this, right? Let me see if I can, yeah, like this, right? Outside of a wall, out of cover. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, go through it. My bad, dude. And he hears that. He's walking through, and he decides right as soon as he passes me, right as soon as he's out of my peripherals, right? I'm not concentrating on him. He turns around and shoots me. And I literally turn around, and I'm like, and I'm trying to see where the shot came from. And it was him, and I was like, really? And he goes, oh, yeah, really, right? Like, all proud of himself. And I was like, whatever. I'm not going to fight this, right? So as soon as I get up and I'm about to call myself out, the ref saw that. She saw all of that shit. She saw everything. And you just hear from Spawn, because Spawn wasn't too far away. He fucked up. She was hanging out around Spawn, and she saw all of that, right? Like, in real time. So all you hear is, oh, hell no. Nuh-uh-uh. And I'm like, oh, shit. It's about to go down. She goes up to this guy, and she rips him a new one, right? And he's like, I saw you, I saw you do that. And he's all trying to act dumb, like, oh, what? I didn't do anything. And says, you were playing dead. And he says, no, I wasn't. And everyone was like, because other people saw it too, and they all joined. And they're like, yeah, we all saw your hand going up, and we saw you walk around. You're pretending to be dead. Don't act dumb. And then he kept trying to argue, saying that he wasn't. Right? He started getting a little heated. With the ref. I even kind of stepped in, and I told the guys, dude, it's not worth it. Just we'll respawn next game. Right? I kept trying to tell him that, and he just wouldn't listen. He would not listen. He ended up leaving for the day. I don't even think the ref necessarily kicked him out. He just got so mad, and he just left because someone, you know what I mean? Like, I still stayed out too. I didn't want to test it. The ref was already kind of mad, so I'm like, I'm gonna call myself out and just wait till the next round. It's fine. I'm gonna respawn next time. I'm gonna respawn next game. What does it matter? But man, I was like, oh man, if there was ever a lesson in all this, it really is just don't fucking cheat, man. Just don't fucking cheat, dude. It's the simplest thing in the world. We all have, when we play, there's always gonna be a respawn. There's always gonna be another game. There's always gonna be another day, right? It's not like Airsoft in Japan, right? Where I've seen that before, where it's like, you could go spend quite a bit of money, travel very, very far, and you get to play maybe a few minutes, and then you're dead for the rest of the day. Like, I've seen games like that before, right? Mayday-san, I remember he would like tell us about games like that in his YouTube videos, and I was always like, man, it sounds cool, but at the same time, that, like if you get out like first, like that sucks, man, that sucks, you know. So again, we have it pretty easy here in the States. You know, we're always gonna respawn. There'll always be another opportunity to get back out there. There's no need to go ahead and cheat. I just don't know how would we even prevent it in the first place, though. You know what I'm saying? If that's even physically capable. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's see. Just let everyone answer that one as well. Answer that one as well. All right, scrolling down. There we go. Gnarls, what's up, Gnarls? Good to have you here too. I won't name the field, but I had a younger coworker get mag dumped last week at his second ever time playing. He told the entire field dumped on him after. What the hell, dude? Getting mag dumped sucks, man. I've been mag dumped before. It's not fun. Like, I know we all have like the edgy jokes, right? The dark humor stuff, right? Like, you know, every speed softer when they see, you know, a rental party decide to go public games, just right, smacking their lips, right? Obviously, it's funny, but again, we're not going to encourage that type of freaking behavior, man. We're not going to encourage that. Yeah, like getting mag dumped though, being on the receiving end of that is not fun, man. It sucks. It hurts too. I'm not afraid to admit it. It hurts. You know, like some of these mother effers that, you know, love to mag dump. I'm gonna engage a little bit in the stereotype, but when I've been mag dumped, I will say, every time I've been mag dumped, it has been someone with an HPA. I'm not even, there was minimum engagement distance, and I get it. You know, no one really likes minimum engagement distance. I understand that, but if there's a rule for it, you gotta abide by it. Especially if you're gonna crank up your PSI and get well within the minimum engagement distance of like less than 5 feet and dump hella rounds into me. Like, bro, this is like my second game ever playing Airsoft, and I got mag dumped. That shit was not fun. That actually ruined my day that day. And that's when I started getting a little bit of anger. Like, my anger issue started pulling through and started showing when I was on the Airsoft field. That was never a good time. Which, by the way, if you have anger issues, Airsoft is not the place to vent that out on. I mean, you can get out some frustration, but that shouldn't be like your main thing. Go to the gym or something. Work out, man. It's way healthier for you. Yeah, whack as hell, dude. Fucking whack as hell. Ooh, LT Stalker or Arcturus Mark 3? Stalker. Between the two, here's the thing. The Arcturus Mark 3 is phenomenal, right? I like the Arcturus Mark 3. What the frick? I didn't even hit play on the video. Why did it start playing? What the hell? Okay. Mark. Where'd it go? I had it. Okay, there we go. Mark 3. Arcturus. I think I spelled that right. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. LWT. Mark 3. Yeah. Any one of these, right? These will all work, you know? These will all work for whatever it is that you need to do in terms of whether playing indoor, outdoor. I like these a lot. These are freaking sweet. Lounge. Yeah, man, I got no issues with the Mark 3s at all. I think they're cool, right? The SE ETU already pre-installed. Different colorways for them. They look good. But to be honest, I like the Predator a lot. Or, I'm sorry, the Stalker. The Stalker. Stalker, in my opinion, just looks really cool. It's the URGI furniture, man. It's the URGI, the handguard on there. I mean, sorry, 7-slotted M-lock rail. 7-sided M-lock rail. 7-sided M-lock rail. My bad. Stalker, baby. There you go. These are cool. Oh my god, they're discounted. Oh my god, they're on a shocker deal. Which, by the way, we have a flash sale going on right now, guys. You might want to take advantage of that. You can get these for, oh my god, that's fucking crazy. You can get it for $192.60. And bear in mind, all the Stalkers will come included right out the gate with an 11-1 lithium-ion battery and a smart charger as well, which is actually pretty fucking cool. But it's only going to be going for the next, what is that? Just shy of 4 hours, just under 4 hours, 3 hours and 54 minutes and 10 seconds and counting, right? There's quite a few Stalker options. I'll leave a link to it in the live chat for y'all. It is going to be using the Gen 2 internals, but they actually changed a few things and included a few different things. They modeled the receiver more after the Gen 4 billet-style receiver with the enlarging controls and everything. It even does have the functioning bolt catch, which on a Gen 2 is nuts. It's fucking crazy. I actually really appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. And, of course, the 7-sided M-lock rail. It's very familiar. And it uses the new NSR stock, which actually houses quite a bit of battery space. It looks nice and slim, but it actually is quite spacious. That's really cool. I really appreciate what they did there. Drexen, if you're talking Gen 2 stalker, I'd go with the LWT personally, but the stalker does look way better. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. You honestly can't go wrong with either or. You honestly can't go wrong with either or. I think, yes, you do get, I would say, just a hair better performance out of the LWT, but, you know, at the same time, you know, you could save yourself a little bit of the money, especially right now with that sale going on, and you get the battery, and you get the charger, like a really, really solid one. I know Arcturus has their combos as well for the LWTs, but this, man, I gotta be honest, I like the way this looks way more. I like the way this looks way more. Way more. Cutter, told ya. That is hilarious. Do you think there should be a blacklist for heavy offenders? Oh, absolutely. I think that already exists, kinda. I mean, it's kind of hard to really, like, who's gonna really enforce it, right? But I think generally, if you're on like a for sure ban list, like, they get your info and everything. Like, they get everything. I think there's a few people that are genuinely, like, not allowed. Like, the minute they actually see you and see your information, because obviously you gotta, like, you know, show your ID or put down your name. As soon as they see a name on there and that matches on a list, they're gonna be like, oh, hell no, right? Hell no. I think generally, though, I think if more fields work together to share that list, like, if there's someone out there who is a real POS, right? Especially if they're, like, mag dumping kids and they're well over the age of 18, or better yet, I think maybe just the consequences of continuous offenses, right? I think that should be a thing, right? Like, if you're on a 3 strikes you're out type deal, you can have 3 major offenses. Maybe, I don't know how we organize this, right? But, like, you know, if you get into an argument once with a ref, okay, you're done for the day, right? You have to go home. You know, you can come back tomorrow, you can come back any other day after that, but you can't play today. You're clearly not in the right mental state. You need to go home. If that happens, I would say like 3 times. I think just in general, the field has to be like, all right, fuck it. This, even if he's a kid, right? Even if he grows up, like, he's got to learn what the consequences. He's not allowed here anymore. He's not allowed to play here anymore, right? To the point where his name is literally, especially if he's a minor, it's up to the field then to contact the guardian and let him know exactly what happened. Let him know that he will never be allowed to be playing there ever again, which I think is fair. You know, if the parents aren't going to step in and discipline him and correct his actions, and if the kid's not capable of recognizing, you know, what he's doing as wrong and continues to do it and doesn't fix the problem, what do you expect people are going to do? Continuously give you chances? No, it's the real world. You know, you're fortunate enough if you get even a second chance in life. Life doesn't always give you second chances, man. There's a lot of opportunities or things that happen where you only have one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. Sorry, I'll stop quoting Eminem. But it's true, though. Truer words have never been spoken before. Like, you have very limited opportunities to do something cool. Why are you going to fuck it up? Why are you going to waste it and just blow it off entirely by getting into an argument with a ref, by arguing with your fellow airsofter, by being a real POS to your fellow player? Like, what's the point there? What exactly have you got to prove, you know? Seriously, like, it's not worth it, dude. It's not worth it. And that goes for everyone out there right now that was ever thinking, oh, maybe I should just, you know, try myself. I'm tired of getting, you know, cheated and, like, you know, hurt. And it's like, don't do it. That goes for anything in life. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. You know, I'm very much one of those people that the minute I even try to do something bad, right? Like, if I even, like, if the temptation comes across my mind, I know I'm the person God will make an example of, you know? Like, oh, it's like, oh, this motherfucker thinks he can. Nope. Zap, right? Strikes me with bad luck. Just immediately, right? Even if I don't do anything wrong, it'll happen. But still, like, oh, man, if I try something bad, forget about it, man. Forget about it. Guys, we are, what is that, like 40-ish minutes into the stream right now. Make sure that you are getting your orders. And remember, any $20 or greater order, you are automatically entered. It has to be $20 subtotal or more, and you have a shot at winning this week's live stream giveaway going down on Thursday. Promotion going on right there. Every 50 gets you the 2 entries, so don't miss out and get those orders in. And remember, we do have a talking point going on right now, the end of cheaters. Is there ever going to be an end of cheaters? Do you think fields can do anything to altogether prevent cheating from ever happening on their field? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this. Typical FA yeah, yep, typical. What are some good Face Pro on a budget? Jarek Zab. Here's the thing. Depends on how much of a budget we're talking here. Depends on how much of a budget. Because we have options, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't recommend all of them. The cheapest option that I can genuinely recommend, right? Like, and this is, like, bare minimum what you should be looking for. Bare minimum. Nothing less than this, right? Like, if you're really, really on that tight budget, doesn't have to be this one, but this is like one of the lowest ones I got that's actually decent. This is the rental special, as I call it, right? This is, you go to any field, they will allow this. This will be allowed. This style of mask, this paintball style mask, full face, that'll be good. That'll be solid. You can bring that anywhere. You will not be turned away. Is it the most comfortable mask to wear? It's not bad, but is it the most, I would say, like, flexible? I'll call it that. Yeah, flexible. It's not the easiest to aim down sights with. It's not. It's really not. It's meant for one job and one job only. Be safe and get you into play anywhere. And it does that very well. There are other options I would suggest the higher of a budget you have. It just really depends on what it is that you want to end up spending, you know? Something like that would work very well no matter what field you go to. I still know guys that have been playing for years and just, they'll say fuck it, they'll just run with that mask because it works for them, and okay, sure, you know, why not? Like, they'll sticker slap the shit out of it, right, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that is an option for some people. That is definitely an option to look at, especially if you were really, really on that budget and you were trying to save as much as you possibly can. This one time at band camp, always starts like that. Let's see here. Where is it? When's the M110 coming back in stock? Asking for a friend. Only Fidels. Oof. That's up to when Elite Force can restock us, man. That's when whenever Elite Force can send us some more. The big thing I want to know, more than the gun, mags. Holy shit. Mags are fucking difficult to find, dude. Mags are like the hardest thing to get for that. But you know what's funny? The gun is, that's how cool the gun is. The gun is so cool that even though mags are hard to get, everyone carried them. Here's the thing. Every store had them, but every store sold out immediately because people were buying, like, yeah, I'm gonna buy 10 of these all at once. That's a testament to just how cool the gun is, that despite the lack of easy to acquire magazines, people still bought the shit out of that gun, even though it was hella expensive. I even had one of my regulars came in store and bought one. Keeps going through. Remember, guys, if you do have any airsoft related questions or just questions in general, whether they're airsoft related or you want to ask me what food I prefer for hot food takes or some shit, trust me, it gets weird. My shoe size, I don't know why people keep asking me that too. Feel free to put the letter Q right in front of your question. I'll be able to go and answer it as best I can. Thanks for all the help, Cutter, Airsoft, and Isaias. Wife is wanting me to turn off stream and go to sleep. No worries, Adrian Brown. Have yourself a wonderful Betty bye-bye. So no offense to my buddy, when I get these guns, he won't be using it. Love him though. No worries. Hey, it's always good to have a spare, but you know, you gotta have yourself the best one. The best in your collection is always gotta be the one you run. Tim Sipasong. Is there a good airsoft in Detroit? My partner and I want to move there. I do not know. I have no idea. What does Michigan look like for airsoft? Anyone? If anyone's from Michigan, DJ, ain't you from there? Ain't you from Michigan? If anyone plays airsoft in the Michigan area, specifically the Detroit area, please let them know, because I am very curious too. I don't know what that would even look like. Just getting back to Airsoft. I'm at 3 pistols, 3 AGs, and A&K lever 1892. Still have yet to go on to play. Just collecting is addictive. JDog77? Yeah, it is. Absolutely it is. Dude, I have so many guns in my collection. I've made the joke before where I have enough guns to supply a small walk-in shop for like a few weeks, maybe even like a month or two. Right? I have enough guns to go ahead and do that. But actually, nah, it's not that, not quite there. It's almost there. Maybe for like a week. But it's still a lot. Like, it is a lot of guns that I got. But that's the thing. I've always wanted to have a huge collection of airsoft guns, and I could never afford them when I was a kid growing up. So the minute that, I started making money, it was like, I'm going to do everything I ever wanted. I'm going to make every kit that I ever wanted. Because I want to make my little kid dreams come true. Have every kit under the sun, right? Like one day I want to feel like, you know what? I feel like doing Nom kit, right? Or the next day I'll be like, I want to switch it up. Let me do some GWatt. Like I'm feeling the GWatt vibes, right? Or maybe I want to go a little bit retro. I want to do 90s era stuff, right? I want to go Scud missile hunting or some shit, right? Have my Delta kit and everything. And then maybe I want to go ahead and wear something, a little more modern, a little bit closer to what we got going on. Or sometimes I'll mix and match shit just to see what comes up. Maybe even a sci-fi kit. Again, I love being able to go into my garage and be like, you know what? I have options here. I like that. Who doesn't like options? Ooh, excuse me. There's one wasn't internally fault. Bring someone with this. It's this one as well. If you're happy and tap your mags. I don't have any mags on me. I don't have any mags on me. That'll do. That'll have to do. Creekside, thinking of slinging some BBs at Motor City this weekend. Oh, okay. Darwin's Arbiter. I'm bummed the closet field. The closest field to be closed down. Oh no! Land being sold to a darn dispensary. Oh, okay. I was like, what's a darn dispensary? What is a darn? Oh man, I'm an idiot. That is a little funny, but not funny at the same time, Darwin. That fucking sucks, dude. What the hell? What field was it? What field was that? Dude, that is very unfortunate. Dude, it actually really is unfortunate, guys, when an airsoft field or even an airsoft shop closes down. And I've said this before. I know some people think of it as like, oh, that's good business for us, right? We can take over. It's like, no, that's concerning. Like that means that airsoft in that area might die. The minute one airsoft business goes out in an area, especially if it's outside California, airsoft in that area might die. That is a very harsh reality that I don't think many players really think about. And I get it, right? You're just in this for yourself, and I understand it, right? To an extent, you just want to be able to take care of yourself, have fun with your hobby for as long as you can, and then move on to something else. I get it. I know that's how a lot of people operate these days. But to a lot of us, airsoft is a huge connective community, dude. That we're all super connected with each other. We all know what's going down across one side of the country to the other, sometimes even in other countries as well. We like to stay informed and know what's going on there as well. What fields are opening up, what businesses are doing. It's good to know these things. It's very good to be this connected. So it hurts more when we hear a field, especially a field. I think that's the worst one. Even more than a shop, I think it's worse when a field goes down, because a shop is terrible when it goes down. It's sad, right? And my heart goes out to people that have had to close up shop, airsoft businesses before, especially like stores, because I get it, right? It's tough, man. We've been there. Sometimes we'll still be there, right? We'll tell you guys. We tell you guys all the time. There are some weeks that are horrible. There's some weeks that we have are absolutely horrible in terms of sales, right? And I get it. Like, it's tough right now, especially what's going on economically with the economy and shit. Trust me, I get it. We're not blind. Why do you think we're always trying to like help out with sales and shit? We're always trying to help you guys out too, and try to like trust us. We're very much aware of what's going on day to day for the normal average working Joe, right? So that's why we're always trying to help you guys out, and even for like guns that we put out there, like we try very hard not to like come up with crazy numbers, right? Obviously we're a business, so we still have to make a profit. Like that's always going to be a thing, but we try to make sure everything is very much fairly priced, and I think I like to say we're actually pretty good about that. I definitely have seen some stores that charge some fucking exorbitant prices. Dude, some of the people that come in the shop, let me know. Like, as soon as I tell them, like, they'll ask, like, hey, can I see a Glock 19 or something, right? And I'll, like, yeah, and I show them one, and I let them know the price, and they're like, what? This other store, tried charging me, it was like $200 for it. And I was like, where did this extra 40 come from? And I'm like thinking, okay, maybe it's a different gun. No, I confirmed it was like the same shit. I won't name the name of the store. I don't want to say it. It's not who you're thinking. It's not that way. It's another small shop, right? Which that is kind of fucked up. I mean, again, it's messed up when they do that shit. It's messed. I understand, but again, come on, man. Like, don't be a jerk like that. Don't be a jerk like that. Just played my first game last Sunday. Hooked. Hey, Tim, that's what's up, dude. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. Oh, I remember my first game. I'm getting all nostalgic thinking it back to my first game. I got my ass beat. I got like absolutely whipped hard with a hard WH. Whipped, man. Like, are you kidding me? Bro, like I got bent over and spanked on someone's lap, dude. It was not fun. Me and my friend Nick, my boy, he did way better than I did. You kidding me? He did way better than I did. Granted, he had a better gun than mine, because mine was a POS that constantly died on me, and I had to constantly get it repaired. But yeah, man, like it was rough, but it was still fun. Even though I got my ass beat, here I am, right? Here I am all these years later. Which, next week, I completely forgot too. I was talking to Jazz about it. Next week on Saturday, I will be going to Kitty Tactical League's Vietnam event at SC Village. So, if you guys haven't already gotten your tickets for that, I'm gonna give a shout out to them. Tactical League does a really good job of putting together some really, really cool, interesting events local to the SoCal area. As well, so make sure to get your tickets in. I think they still have tickets available as well, so make sure that you go ahead and order that. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go ahead and show off my Nom kit. I actually just got my LC1 suspender kit. I was actually using originally, was it British 58 webbing for my Nom kit, but I actually got the proper LC1, and I got you guys saw the pictures. I got the Tiger Stripe. I got the XM177. Like, I'm good. I'm good, man. I got all the pouches that I need for it. It's going to be a very, very fun event. It's going to be very, very cool. I'm very much looking forward to it. All right, let's scroll down. Scrolling down. There we go. Isaias, we are, as you know, a small, struggling field in central Michigan located perfectly. What can Airsoft GI do to help us open a store or a field we'd be proud to rep the Airsoft GI name? Creekside. Let me read that one. Let me read that again. I don't know why that didn't register in my brain. I think I read that too fast. Central Michigan, located perfectly. Am I reading that right? Okay, struggling field in central Michigan, located okay. So you mean like perfectly central? Okay, Michigan. I need to open a store. I don't know if we'd be able to. I'll be honest. Because times are tough for us too. Times are actually really tough for us as well. Email us. And DM us, Discord. I can see what we can do. I can see what we can do, seeing about if there's something that we'd be able to help out with. I froze so much my first game, Lamau. BB Slinger 92. Honestly, bro, I had a moment too where I froze just because I was scared to move up, right? I was scared to move up. And that was actually, oddly enough, one of the times that I actually got completely mag dumped by some dude with too much money on their hands and just decided to go baller and ball out on a HPA gun to just absolutely abuse younger players. It was not fun. But that's actually quite a normal thing. That's why, guys, if you do see, I have another short that'll work perfectly for that, right? If you see this happening on the field, I want everyone to help and prevent this, right? Okay, let's see if I can go back. All right, let's share this. This is one I want to see more of. Some of you guys have seen this before.
Hey, bro, what's going on? I can't move. He keeps shooting me. Oh, no, it's fine, man. All right, so what I'm going to do is you're going to get up, you're going to move to the right, okay? So we're going to try to get to the middle of the field, okay? And then I'll cover you. So I'll shoot, you move, okay? Okay. All right. right, we're gonna do it on 3, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, covering, go.
All right, so I want to see more of this happening on the
Yes,
air.
sir.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we've all been there. We've all been beginner players, okay?
We're at 1.2k likes. Damn.
Try to play alongside
I didn't even notice that.
And newer players, don't be afraid to ask for help. Work with your teammates. You can get a lot more done.
It's true. You'd be surprised how many times, even as an experienced player, I've been, I've been shown up by a newer player, by a rental. There was, you know what I mean? Like this I remember doing a few larger games where rentals showed up and they volunteered to be a medic position and they pushed up so far by themselves. And obviously they were within the minimum engagement distance and they surrendered. What is it? Like 6 of us. We were all on a wall, right? Like waiting to push up because we were waiting for a signal. And we were all going to do a mass charge. And this kid just comes out of nowhere and then just, bam, all of us like just surrender. And it's like, fuck, he got us. Damn it. He had us dead to rights. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the bang bang rule I have mixed feelings about, but he got the jump on us. You know, what can I say? He was good. He was very, very good, you know? We were all impressed. Like, damn, that's one hell of a medic. That's one hell of a medic. That is absolutely, like, wild, right? But it happens. It's more common than you actually realize. You know, if you see kids struggling or guys frozen on the field, don't be afraid to work with them. Encourage them. Help them push up. And honestly, even if they die, whatever, you know, at least they're a little bit more confident now. They're like, oh, okay, you know, like it's cool. I can rely on my teammates. It's okay for me to ask for help from my fellow players. That's what it's all about, man. It's literally what it's all about. Oh no, Brian Tech got friendly fired by an HP Acer. Full auto at 10-foot distance, only an eighth of my bias toward HP. Damn, bro. Damn. Gotta go to bed now. Good night, everyone. No worries. Happy Ghost Ninja. You have yourself a wonderful night. What is this? What is this? Airsoft. Not far from you. I'm in the Discord if you can find me. Hey, people making connections. That's what it's all about. My Vietnam kid is ready. Victor, I need to see pics. Put that shit in the Discord, brother. I want to see that. And I can roast it for not being accurate. I'm kidding. If it's, I'm not gonna give a shit. It's funny. I'm actually genuinely curious to see what you got, Victor. What are you running? Are you running an M14 with that one? It's not the gun. It's the player. That's true. It's true. Yeah. Rip total control point. Good. Total control point. Damn. First of all, that's a cool name. That's a badass name. That sucks, dude. Darwin's Robert. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that your field closed, dude. Like I can't even imagine, dude. I cannot even imagine what that must be like. Cause I'm imagining that's like, how many fields do you have in your area, Darwin? How many locations can you go to? Is it like a decent amount, or is it just like you got to drive like the what is it, the 5-hour drive to the next field type beat? To that one as well. He says no. We're the freak. What motor internal upgrades do y'all recommend for the Archer TV? That is going to be, I wouldn't normally recommend a new motor first, especially not on that gun. Technically speaking, you're not supposed to go ahead and just drop in a motor like that. You're supposed to go and do a whole reshim of the gearbox. You have to actually tune it for that motor. If you just drop in motors, could you get away with it? Yeah, you could. But again, we're supposed to let you know that you're actually not supposed to do that. First upgrades to do: bucking inner barrel, easy. That's always the very first thing. I think even Cutter mentions that too. Yeah, easiest and cheapest. Yeah, bucking inner barrel, nub as well. It's like the easiest thing you can do. That is going to give you way more practical usage out of your airsoft gun than a motor will. I guarantee you. Because at the end of the day, when are you realistically going to be using full auto? You know, when are you really, range and accuracy matter way more. And like compression, of course, like that kind of plays into it. That plays very much into it. That's going to be way more of a factor than how snappy the trigger is or how fast your gun shoots. At the end of the day, you know, yeah, you could have a really snappy gun, but it's not going to mean much when I kill you from half the field, you know? It just isn't. It just isn't. Going through. My grandpa was What? What the fuck? Was smashing in SoCal. What? Carlos Zarate. First of all, I need more context to that, because phrasing Phrasing. Pause. Ruben Moreno last week and ref at N1 called out a regular for blasting a rental. Said you don't do that. You don't do that to a rental. That's not how we treat new people to the sport. Made him sit out a match. Respect, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. N1 is where it's at. Can they be aggressive towards each other with the regulars? Yes, and that it's okay. It's part of the. Let's be real. It's part of the culture. Part of the indoor culture is to be aggressive. That's how the game is played, right? But there has to be also a limit, or a line in the sand that you draw, right? Where it's like, look, we play the same way with each other that we do to a rental or to a newbie. They're not going to be here any longer. They're not going to want to play, and I don't blame them. There's this, I don't know what it is. I will call out the indoor field a little bit. I will call out the indoor scene, the Speedsoft community. I will criticize them a little bit more on this because I see it more prevalent in that community than I do with the Muslim community. Trust me, Muslim community, we have our problems. Believe me, I am very much aware of them. I think it's gotten a lot better for sure. So, and this goes for both sides, but I still see it pretty prominently in the Speedsoft community where it's very much this mentality of, well, they need to just get good. Just get good, right? How else are they going to get better if we don't treat them? Dude, you know that shit ain't going to happen. You know that shit ain't going to happen, especially if you are intentionally seeking out players like that. You know? You don't just blast a rental like that just and think it's funny, you know what I mean? That's not the same, dude. It's not the same as if it were your buddies. If it's your buddies, right, and you're playing amongst yourselves, fucking whatever, right? Who cares, right? You guys are big boys, whatever. You're used to it at this point. But man, like, you should not be taking that type of mentality towards a rental or to a newer player. That's just not the way it should be, man. That just should not happen, like, at all, right? That's a easy way to ensure that you're not going to get any new business at all from the community, right? So, very much appreciate N1 for doing that. I'm saying it's like one of the only indoor fields here that does that. So, kudos to you, N1. I will always have your back. So we are Michigan, 1 hour 45 minutes from Detroit. Oh, okay. And Cedar Air, both near Detroit. I don't know where any of those are, but thank you. I don't know where any of that shit is, but thank you for clarifying. Airsoft, a Michigan motor, indoor future ball, and Hello Survivors for outdoors. Right. We related. We related. No, to dude I chatted with on Airsoft for getting me a replacement for 4-grip bipod. Thank you. No worries. Yo, Isaias, where are my LWS slides? Forgot. I've been itchy for some mods. I think that's gonna be April. Or May. One of the two. I want to say April. Could be wrong. I don't know for 100% certain. I remember they wanted to. The sample that we had that we were showing off. I think I remember them saying they wanted to work out a few more keys. They're trying to get. Here's the thing. He's trying to get it as perfect as they possibly can. Like, they want that shit to be like accurate to the real thing, right? They want that shit to be perfect. Like, you couldn't tell the difference from afar, like from up close. That type of deal, you know? So it makes it. I respect them for doing that. But I want to say it has delayed it to about April, if I'm not mistaken. So possibly by next month. Darwin's ever. Oh, this is a good one. This is related to the topic, which we do have, by the way. It's in the title. The end of cheaters. Cheaters don't last in Airsoft. Once you are known as a habitual cheater, you are under scrutiny, and the people at the field slowly mistrust you or shuns you. In general, the enjoyment of the sport goes. I would have to agree to that. I do think that there are a few guys out there that do get away with it still, and are, I hate to say it, but are smart and know how to get away from it generally, but eventually at some point or another, oh man, it does catch up with them. It has to, right? Or at a certain point, maybe they just stop doing because they're like, oh, it's not fun anymore, right? Like, they just eventually leave. I notice those guys that usually like to cheat or that get enjoyment out of hurting people, they're not usually in the hobby for super long. Like, even if they started, they usually end up leaving pretty quickly. And then they'll just completely forget about the community. I've even seen former airsofters that I knew who were really big into it, leave after a while because they were getting frustrated that they weren't winning. And then years later, I see them and they're like posting cringe, like anti, like airsoft like hate towards it. Like, oh, it's so, like such a cringe thing. It's so babies. And I'm like, motherfucker, I sold you how many guns when you were active in the community? What are you talking about? Like, dude, like how quickly you turn on the community. That's another thing too. Retention rate in the hobby as a whole, like I feel like is very much, the lowest it's ever been in history, I think, for airsoft. Like, I think a lot of people who got into airsoft way back in the day were more likely to stay in the hobby for long term compared to people that get into it now. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. If you're a newbie that's gotten into it and you think you're gonna be a lifer, I believe you. I genuinely think that there's still plenty of people that try the hobby and want to stay in it for, the rest of their life. Like me, I will forever be doing this. Like this is what I want to do. Like I want to keep playing airsoft for as long as I possibly can, to be involved in the community, to be a part of it. This is what I love, man. Like I have no other words for it. This is what I've always wanted to do, even ever since I was a teenager. I never thought it would be possible, and here I am, right? But yeah, like I genuinely think that if you really love the hobby, you're not gonna be a cheater, and you're gonna be in this for a very long time. Versus if you're not really interested in the community of itself and building it up, then you're not gonna really last long here. I don't really think you'll end up being here for too much longer. Do not cheat out an eye pro. You only get 2 eye bulbs. This is true, DJ. That one, the one that I showed off, is like a great option. It's anti-rated. It's safe. You don't want to go too cheap though, because you're right. You don't want to go too cheap. I wouldn't normally recommend all those. How's the PDW version of the Octreus WT Mark III PDW? It's work. Get High with Axel. That's a great name. The PDW versions are cool. I'm not the biggest PDW guy out there, but yeah, it works. It's great. In my opinion, I do think refs should have multiple people discuss the problem, because I've seen people get kicked out, Texan cuff, when it wasn't even their fault. Cappy Ghost Ninja, that struck a nerve. I could tell. That became oddly personal. Yeah. Yeah, I think I think there definitely should be more communication amongst the staff for sure, and with higher ups, to be like, all right, what's going to be our policy the minute we see some type of cheating? How strict are we going to be? I think that definitely is worth a conversation with the staff. If they haven't already had it, then that definitely needs to be something that they talk about. I've actually mentioned this when I went on Squirrely Nuts' show, and his live show, Airsoft Council, right? Which is very cool. I appreciate the invite, Squirrely. I like what we were talking about, different field rules, or how strict a field should be, like when that discussion came up. I am very much for the idea of having more serious refs. Even if it means the field has to pay the refs more, I think that's a good thing, because it means that you're paying people who actually give a shit about not only the enjoyment of the sport for everyone, newbies and regulars alike, but also who care about your safety. It's a huge thing, man. It's a huge, huge thing. There are too many. I've seen too many airsoft fields, if you want to call them that like, as Primetech was saying, I believe Primetech, you were talking about it, where it was like completely unprotected games, man. Completely unprotected games. That sounds dodgy when I say it out loud like that. Completely unregulated game. Well, they were supposed to be regulated, and they just weren't. That sounds like a bad idea, man. Mom spaghetti. Yes, mom spaghetti. No context, but sure, yes. Let's see, it's going through. Let's see, make sure I don't miss anything. And everybody be clear if you want reels too. What's your opinion on the Octreus OT Mark II Sport? I like them. They're cool. I like Octreus. I've always liked Octreus. They're I remember when Octreus first came out, when we started carrying them. They were fucking cool. And they still are. Alright, scrolling up. Alright. Yeah, I always try to make friends with the speed softers, so that doesn't happen. That's true. You always try to conversate, but I remember actually having that. This is actually another thing too that's happened to me. I remember trying to make friends in a lot of those spaces, and I don't know what it was, if it was a bad day or what, or there's just a lot of toxic players, dude. And I try not to use that as often, as an expression, right? Because I think everyone's so quick to label everything as toxic. But I mean, this shit was hella toxic, bro. This was like nuclear waste, Chernobyl toxicity, bro. Like, this was not cool. Like, I remember getting laughed at because my gun looked a little weird, because my attachments weren't like all like the nicest things on there. Just to give you an idea, it's the type of environment that I grew up playing in. Sometimes, like it wasn't always like that, but I've had my moments. All right, scrolling down. DC, what is happening, DC Airsoft? Good to have you here as well. Getting more people involved is our mission statement. There's so much more in our hobby than just our pews and shooting each other. That's true. There's a huge amount of like different avenues and facets that airsoft can take. Whether you're, if we're taking away just the regular player, the skirmisher, right? There's the collector. There's the reenactor. There's, the tech. There's just the collector in general, right? Like there's so many different things that you can do with it. The backyard plinker, right? The target shooter. That's a huge portion of airsoft, people who actually buy airsoft guns. There's a huge portion of airsoft guns that get bought, and I kid you not, will never see a field in their entire life cycle. I'm not even joking. There's so many airsoft guns that get sold, but they will never see a field because people just buy it because they just want to collect it. Because I think it's cool. And it is. If it weren't for the fact that I play actively, then I would be considered a collector. Cutter sounds like that person who would pull out a microgun just to win one game. What the fuck? No mercy, win at all costs. Yo, that's that Empire mentality, bro. That's that Empire thought process, dude. I appear to be losing this confrontation. Oh well, must nuke everything. Exterminatus style, bro. Exterminatus from orbit. Dope, and I never use full auto, even real steel. As a mill guy, I have never used it. Most people don't. We don't do that here. I read that exactly in his voice too. R.I.P. King T'Challa. Give a few rentals some extra work gloves I had last week. Noticed they got blasted in the hands a few times. Oh, that is rough. The hands hurt, dude. Getting blasted in the fingies, that's a bad time, dude. Doesn't matter what finger you get hit. That hurts. Absolutely hurts. Victor, M14X and 177. Oh, yes. Of course, yes. The real option. The good picks. Good, Victor, good. But you were here right now, I'd scruffle your head right now. Helping a new push forward through the front lines is one highlight of this hobby. There's a lot of highlights, but that definitely is one, Prime Tech. Oh, that LaCroix is sparkly. That is good. Oh, that takes the edge off. Whoa. Oh, that feels good. Join the Airsoft Discord and I can have people. Hey, there you go, Cutter. There you go. This is why I fucking love our community, man. Guys like Cutter, guys like Prime Tech are always fucking on it, helping people out on here. It's so fucking cool. I love to see it. I fucking love to see it. What Doug Ong? What's the best moddable AK with insane aesthetic and performance? Honestly, I'd have to agree with Gnarls. LCT does a lot. I like ENL too. I actually really like ENL. Probably any one of those two, really. There's a lot of different AKs out there. My favorite one, it'll never be allowed at a Milsim West game specifically, but other Milsims might allow it. RPK. I'm an RPK. I'm an LMG guy. I'm an LMG guy at the end of the day, right? If you want the most, yeah, I'd probably say this guy. RPK 6. Oh, damn it, that's a small picture. RPK 16, baby. That'd be my pick. Let me see if I can get closer to it. Damn, there you go. RPK 16, baby. This thing is actually pretty quick, not gonna lie. It's actually, and it comes included with the drum mag, right? Top pick rail, nice handguard here, adjustable stock, right? AK-12 with drum mag essentially is what you are getting here, right? Very cool. I like the RPK 16 a lot. It's a very fun gun. It's a very, very fun gun. Keep scrolling up. By that one, gonna send that one as well. 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 And that one as well. That one as well. Oh my goodness! Keep going through. Keep going through. All right, cool. Scroll down the most recent comments. Guys, we have a little bit of time left. Remember, 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we're going to be ending tonight's stream. So if you haven't already, make sure to take advantage of the promotion going on right now, where every $50 gets you 2 entries into this week's live stream giveaway. We'll be giving away a brand new YouTube unboxing mystery box, basically winning a free airsoft gun of your choosing. And we have BB Wars tickets, which are available right now, May 25th. It's coming up sooner than you think, man. It's happening sooner than you think. You got to make sure that you get your orders in for your tickets, whether you want to go for the Rebellion or for the Empire. Make sure to select your faction and check out. And remember, because it is $50, if you order during this live stream, you'll be getting 2 entries into this week's giveaway. So don't miss out. Get those orders in. All right, all right, all right. You remind me of the Battle of Mimbom in the Solo movie. Where are we going? Just over the ridge, Victor. Fuck, boom. Oh, dude. You know what? I'll say this. I actually like Solo a lot. I remember, if you guys, I'm gonna do a Star Wars rant, so just bear with me here for a second. I saw way too many people shitting on Solo, but never even saw it. I still hear people talk, say it's like, like they won't see it, but they'll say, oh, it's probably gonna be bad. Here's the problem. It experienced what I call the Last Jedi effect. Last Jedi was just, I didn't know how to feel. It was not my favorite. I didn't think it was absolute dog water like the next one was, but it definitely was not something that I expected, and I would be okay with it if they made good on their promises, but it just didn't strike a chord with everyone, and I totally understand why, and I get it, right? I can totally see that this was not the Star Wars movie that people wanted, and it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So the very next entry, when Solo comes around, it's like, like that sort of hype for Star Wars was really starting to go down. You notice like a massive decrease in interest in Star Wars at that point, right? The just hype, you could feel it too. The hype for Force Awakens was freaking was there, right? Rogue One fucking killed it, and then you get Last Jedi, and then it was like, oh, I don't like this. And then you get to Solo, and you're like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do it. I'm kind of getting Star Wars'd out, It's like, but I remember watching Solo in the theaters and being like, fuck, I like this a lot. And then, and this is the ultimate test, right? Because my dad grew up with the original trilogy, right? He loves the original trilogy. That was what he grew up with. That's what he first showed me. That was my first ever Star Wars movies I ever watched were the original trilogy, right? And I was a little nervous at first because I was like, oh man, you already know what his favorite character is. His favorite character is Han Solo, for sure. That's every dad's favorite character is Han Solo. I knew he was gonna be like overly critical because he always is on a lot of stuff when it comes to like Star Wars and movies. Guess who's back? What's up, Noah? And then I remember him. We're sitting on the couch because I'm showing it to him. We're watching, and the first like few seconds happens. You see him start up the speeder, right? He's like hot wiring it, and then he takes off with it. And then I just hear from my dad. He literally goes, "That's Han Solo," and I'm like, "Yeah," but he was like, "Oh, that's that. Yeah, that is." Like the actor who played him, I forget his name, did a fantastic job, man. He did an absolutely fantastic job portraying that character. He did an absolutely great job portraying the character. I do wish I could have seen more of it, right? What happens immediately after, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with what they did with the movie. It was fun. It was a fun, cool heist movie. Solo was the second best new Star Wars movie. I can see why people would say that. At least Solo showed the difference between the Imperial Army and the Imperial Navy. That's true. I'm very much happy that they did that. I'm very happy that they did that. That there is indeed a difference between the two different sides. What would I give? What I would give for a Halo themed event if only we could find airsoft versions of the guns, loadout kits. Yeah, here's the thing. They actually did make them. There was a very limited run of like, was it the what was the designation? Was it MA5? Was it MA5B? Halo fans, help me out here. Is it MA5B? They made an airsoft version of that one, of the MA5B, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong in the official designation that they gave the airsoft one, but it existed. The airsoft one existed. I think they were a little pricey when they came out, and they're still even way more expensive now. Like, they're rare. They're so rare. I believe I remember seeing one for sale that didn't even work, and they were still asking for like $700 or $800 on it. Just because how rare those things are nowadays. I think they're cool, but man, oh man, like, they're not the most easy to skirmish with generally. They're not the easiest to skirmish with. You still taking me to the airport? Yeah, I should be able to. I won't be able to like take the entire day off, Noah, but yeah, just because I got stuff that has to happen too. So, but yeah, I should be able to go and take you to the airport early. You gotta wake up early though. You gotta wake up hella early for that. 343 he needs all the help they can get after Infinite. That's the thing, man. Like, Infinite seemed like a good game at first. And I remember, like, it played well from what I remember, but I think the online multiplayer was just, like, the big thing, you know? Take it easy, Mayo Gang. I'm off to the gym. Hey, Screw Nuts, you getting it, bro. Getting it, bro. Make sure to lift them heavy weights with the proper form. And I will see you on the next one, man. I just arrived early as fuck. Like, you're about to take my place at, like, 5:30. Yeah. Also, what the frick? No. Okay. I'm removing that one. I'm removing that one. You dingus. All right. Let's keep scrolling up. Keep scrolling up. Make sure I'm missing anything. But yeah, a Halo themed event would go absolutely nuts. I think the problem is though, you would see way too many people signing up specifically for the UNSC and not for the Covenant. I would see way too many people trying to like do all their Halo cosplays, but you wouldn't see too many people joining the enemy faction. They would not be joining the Covenant, bro. That'd be the only downside for it. I think it would ultimately end up turning into a war between the UNSC and insurrectionists. I think that would have to be the only way to do it. You know, I don't see too many needlers being made. You know what I'm saying? Keep scrolling through. Keep scrolling through. I would turn that RPK-16 into a nightmare. I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine. Best AK is the biggest one. Big AK is good. Believe it or not, I actually, even though I do like the RPK-16, I actually prefer my classic RPKs, man. The wood furniture just is too good. It's too good. Right? Look at this guy. Right? Like, this is definitely my style. Just classic RPK with the wood furniture. It's timeless. You know, it is absolutely timeless. There are still places in the world where these are a common sight, you know? Like, it's still around. It's still doing its thing, right? Ever since its inception. It's just a good gun. Like, and I really, really respect the aesthetic. I dig the vibes from this so much, man. So much. But yes, I play for fun in the hobby of teaching. Cutter. I know, right? But yes, I play for fun and the hobby of teching and teaching. I would say you're a good teacher. I would say, Cutter. You like to take your time with newer players as well. Scrolling through, making sure I'm not missing anything. All right, let's scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Covenant Gang. That's right. BB Slinger 92. I'm 5'5", so I'd be a grunt. Hey, here's the thing. Everyone thinks the grunts are like super tiny. Bruh, we're only seeing it from the perspective of Chief, man. You know, the giant Spartan. You know, like you compare a grunt to an. Actually, here, I'm gonna look this up. Now you guys can see. Halo grunt versus human size, right? We're talking actual normal human being. Where the hell are these things? These things are not that small. They're actually kind of, here. Where the fuck? Okay, there's a size chart. That's a little bit too small though. Where the fuck? Like, there's not that much of a difference, bro. Okay, that actually kind of works. Let me see if I can get that picture. Okay, yeah, this works. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Like, this is already, right, a pretty tall person for what it's supposed to be, right? This is supposed to, yeah, this guy's supposed, okay, like you have an ODST here, right, compared to this. Look at those forearms. Seriously, look at those forearms compared to this man. This forearm is almost as big as this dude's torso. These things are built like monsters, dude. Like, we only see, you know, they're like more comedic portrayal, right? Obviously, because you're playing as Chief, right? Obviously, there's going to be a pretty noticeable size difference. But even then, man, even then, these things aren't no joke, especially in numbers, man. Especially in numbers. Yeah, their aim may not be the best, but still they'll tear you apart. They will absolutely rip you to shreds, dude. Absolutely rip you to shreds. Okay, so let's run through. I shouldn't miss anything. Run around with nades yelling, heretic. I think my favorite line is, yeah, it's from Infinite. It's when one of the grunts is like, he has a sticky grenades. and they're like going off, right? And he has it in his hand, and he goes, "Oh no, I didn't mean to turn this on!" Ah! He starts screaming, running in, like in all different directions. You can't get too close to him, otherwise he blows up. Let's see here. Let's see. Banished with some brute hammers, dude. You get hit with a brute hammer, you are jelly. You are dust. That man Thanos, obliterated you into atoms. Cease to exist at that point, man. It's enough for the Covenant just to be a grunt to self-delete and take few to respawn. Hell yeah, dude. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. Yeah, Halo event would actually go absolutely crazy. Because it would be cool to see more. Oh, excuse me. More companies making more sci-fi inspired stuff. But obviously you got to worry about licensing and all that stuff. I know the 3D print game in and of itself, right? That whole market, that industry is like starting to bloom a little bit more. Like I actually started finding a lot of like 3D printed Star Wars stuff for Airsoft. Like there was like this website that does kits for Airsoft guns, right? Which is actually really, really cool. I found one for like, what was it, DC-15s, which I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I love the DC-15, right? I found one for DC-15. What is it, the carbine as well? That one was pretty cool. The 11, of course, that's always like a classic one. There's a lot of different like blasters that you can get the kits for, and it's not just for AAP-01s. It's like for like ARs, a bunch of different things that you'll find out there, which is really, really cool. I actually am going to be getting one for myself and experimenting with it because I have a Rebel Pathfinder Endor kit specifically that I'm working on right now, that I have a lot of stuff for it. Halo versus Star Troopers. Now that's pretty cool. Actually, oh fuck, I wish I could show you. I actually do have some really, really well made replica armor from Starship Troopers. I just need the helmet. And I'm pretty much, I'm going to find like gray fatigues, obviously, to run it with, but I'm pretty much good to go. Like I can run it as is. Like it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn close to what they use in the movie too. So very happy for that. That's another kit that I'm going to put together at some point or another. Okay, keep scrolling through. Guys, remember, if you do have any last minute questions during these remaining, what is that, 32 minutes of the stream, make sure to go ahead and let me know down in the live chat. Put the letter Q in front of your question. I will happily answer it to the best of my abilities. It's been fun, man, but let's keep doing it. Let's for the last 30 minutes, let's have a good old time and just talk some shit, right? Hang out and relax before we have to continue on with our days, because I actually do genuinely enjoy hanging out with every single one of you guys. Now hear me out. Halo versus Colonial Marines. Ethan Sloan, can you help me? Yes, I can, depending on what it is. Bear in mind, if this is any sort of help with your order or status updates, I don't have access to the admin on my home computer. However, if it's just general assistance or advice or recommendations, I'm more than happy to give you some pointers there. Anything else, I will ask that you probably direct that to our DMs. Instagram, Facebook, or our Discord server is probably the best way to do it. Or you can reach out via email or phone call. But yeah, if it's just general advice, I'd be able to help out there. Hearing the Halo OST playing in the field background would be amazing. No, it would, dude. I will say I am very much a fan of the OST that Halo puts out. It's always been a vibe, and it will always continue to be. I'm planning on making the Union Guard Mark 18 for Modern Warfare 2. Hey, yo, that's actually pretty cool. For Modern Warfare 2? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I respect it, bro. Modern Warfare 2 was where it was at. Okay, keeps going through. Make sure I'm missing anything. Covenant, BB Slinger 92, Covenant all the way, baby. That's right. I have an M200 air gun that isn't shooting. Air gun. M200 air gun. You can come by our shop if you want to. I mean, if you are local to the area, you can swing by. We have a full tech department on hand. It depends. We can accept things so long as there are parts available for it for repair. It depends on what's wrong with it. I would say email us, or you can DM us with more details as to what might be going on. We can help you out there. We can definitely help you out. See if there's anything we can do to help you, we will. I would say that'd probably be the best way to go ahead and get a hold of us. That is the best way to get a hold of us. All right, and for those that are just joining in right now, welcome, welcome, welcome. Remember, we still have a topic at hand: the end of cheaters. Is that even a thing? Will there ever be an end to airsoft cheating? Is there a way for fields to completely? Oh man, my abs are sore. Oh fuck, that sneeze really hurt me. Ow. Oh, fudge. That really hurt. Like, actually, really, I'm not joking. That actually really hurt. I'm sore because I did abs yesterday. I ended up going to the gym hella late, like 10, and I did all core and ab workouts. And fuck, dude, this hurt. Every time I sneeze, I'm in pain. Oh, jeez. But yeah, going back to the topic, is there even a way for fields to outright prevent cheating from happening altogether? I don't personally think so, but I'm curious to see or hear what you guys have to say about it. If you guys have anything to add to that conversation, put your comments down in the live chat, and I'll be able to go ahead and read through them. Scroll through them. All right, school. Yeah, should be all caught up on all those. Yeah, I just don't know if there's even really a way to prevent it altogether. Again, like, how do you prevent people from doing bad things in general, right? Regardless of the consequences that there might be, there's always going to be someone that's just going to be like, hey, wouldn't it be based if I did X, Y, and Z, right? Like, fucking idiots, right? There's always going to be people that are doing that. I just don't know if there's a way to prevent it altogether. I do just wish that maybe fields would, not for every field, because I know that there's a lot of good field refs out there and a lot of good fields, but I do wish that it was more universal, that more refs would just be better trained, and have more, I guess, more tools in their kit to be able to handle situations like that, where you have a very combative players that just don't want to listen, disregard for rules altogether. Like, I know there has to be ways of being able to enforce it a little bit harsher and more strictly. I know there's got to be ways of doing it. I know it kind of makes me think too, like, what if I did own my own field? What if I did own my own field? How would I want to do it, right? Like, how would I ensure that my players have a really, really good time, right? That there's no cheating, there's no toxicity on the field. I think just having white blood cells, right? Like, having, like, admins, like, refs, actually amongst the crowd, I think would probably be the best, right? Like, if there's guys out there on the field on both sides, right, that are monitoring the games, that are sitting there as well, and, like, actually taking notes as to what's going on. It's kind of hard because you have to have someone that you really, really trust, doing that. And the other players, unless they know you personally, they can't really know you. You're not going to be announcing that you are that you're an admin, I kind of like it how we do BB Wars events where Boaz, Cisco, myself, and now Eddie's going to be joining us as well for this one, where we monitor the game itself, right? Like, if we're noticing that, hey, we're one side is kind of killing the other team, we'll literally be on our separate comms channel and be like, okay, yeah, we'll give you guys a handicap. We're gonna move back here, so and so at this time, or if there's like an emergency that we have, like, hey, we're gonna call the refs over to handle the situation out, or this game's not going too well. Maybe let's change the rules a little bit. Let's do it this way to give you guys a better hand. Or if we're getting killed out here, can you guys go ahead and do something to help us out? Like, we'll do monitor stuff like that. And same thing, if we notice players that aren't really calling their hits, we're going to try to encourage them to go the other way. Otherwise, we're going to have to let the refs know, because we can't force them to do anything. Like, we can't force them to do anything, but at the end of the day, if we can do something to try to make the game a little bit better without having to involve the refs, and try to de-escalate the situation, we're going to try to do it, right? And I think that's what probably maybe fields should possibly be looking into. I like what Wildlands does, where they'll have, like, maybe I won't say his name, but they'll have a ref out there who also helps monitor the games. Sometimes he'll actually be playing, sometimes he'll be by the ref as his cheater checker, right? Just like, again, the short that we filmed today, right? Right, should refs be allowed to have airsoft guns on them, to check other players? I think it's personally a good idea. I know maybe I think I've heard like one or two people like disagreeing with that notion, right? Saying that it's just gonna create more issues, and it's not fair to the player, especially if they're doing well. It's like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? Like, for me personally, there should be someone there, because there can be any number of variables happening, right? If you're on a regular walk-on game for the public, it's a good idea to have, you know, a ref there have something on them to, like, okay, I'm hearing a lot of complaints about this player. Let me just check, right? Or maybe preventatively, right? If this player is going to be the type of guy that's just not going to call their hits whatsoever, I should probably get him out now before he causes a problem for everyone else on the field. I don't know. That's my opinion about it. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. Victor, do you have any more Wii M14 bags? Asking for a friend, right? Asking for a friend. Let's see here. M14. I don't know. I know last time that was like the last few, I believe. But let me see here. Classic Army. Oh, hey. We do. What do you know? We do. And they're on sale. Oddly enough, for the next 2 hours. A little under 2 hours. I'll leave a link for you, Victor. Put it in there. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, and it is 52. That's double entries. That's 2 entries in the giveaway, bro. If you do it now. If you do a will call pickup, if you will. Let's see. Should there be a zero tolerance policy on certain infractions? Yes. Yes. I think there is, actually. Again, anyone who was a previous ref, let me know if you guys had like don't poop, what the fuck? What the hell? Let me know if you guys have a if you guys, as a former ref, had a zero tolerance policy for X, and what was it for? I would imagine for any sort of physical altercation with either staff or other players. I think that there's a zero tolerance for that, if I'm not mistaken. Like if you have a player that's physically pushing someone or punches someone or kicks someone, gets actually violent, there's a zero tolerance policy for that. I want to say that would be the case. I don't know for a fact though. Like I think that is though, if I'm not mistaken. Shipmaster, they outnumber us 3 to 1. Then it's an even fight. I love it. Just bought worth of stuff on y'all's site. Colby Brown. Did you buy it just right now? Hot damn! If you bought it just right now, damn, that's hella entries into the giveaway, dog. Good for you, Colby Brown. I could agree to that depending on which infractions. I think it depends too. Like I think if not calling it one time, I don't know if that's a instantaneous ban. Because remember, on the flip side of things, what if they just genuinely didn't feel it? This is coming from a guy that I will wear a lot of kits sometimes. Not always because I want to, but it's more so just because I gotta, you know, it's part of you respect the drip, you know? Like the GWatt drip, you know, whatever kit that I'm going with at the time. Sometimes I wear a lot of kit. I have a shirt, and then I have like my base layer, I have like my windbreaker on top of that. Then of course I have my plate carrier that actually does have some plates in there as well. Like, you know, there's a lot of layers to this stuff. From afar, especially using a lighter Grand BB, I might not feel it, especially in the heat of the moment. And that's not because I'm like trying to be a dick or anything. I genuinely don't know. If I hear it, even if I don't feel it, if I hear it hitting me, or obviously if I see it, you know, I'm gonna be like, oh, hit. You know, yeah, it's like obviously I'm gonna call my hit, even if it's a ricochet or I think it might be a ricochet. I'm still gonna call it just in case. But sometimes, you know, especially if it's like in the back or in a part of the plate carrier that I just don't really hear or don't feel, it might happen. It very well could happen. I'm not ashamed of it. I know it's a normal human thing. Like sometimes you just do not feel it, right? So that's also another thing too. Like that's why I think the ref. It's probably a good idea if the ref send an admin out or themselves. Oh, that felt good on my neck. Oh man, that felt really good. That was crunchy. Just popped it right now. Get a little closer to the player. Pop a few rounds in him and see if he's still not calling it. You know, I think it's worth doing that at least. I think it's worth doing that. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump that up, Cutter. There's a few infractions I can think of off the rip that should be zero tolerance. Yeah, like just in general too. Not even just because of like violence, like physical altercation, just touching any sort of player, right? Like especially with like you don't have the consent to like actually put your hands on them. Like don't do that. Respect consent, guys. Like don't do that. Don't start like grabbing up people randomly. That is not gonna end well for you. That is not going to end well for you. Especially, I hate that I have to say it. I hate that I have to say it. But I think we all know where this is going. Especially if they're a minor. Like, you should not be putting your hands anywhere near them unless it's to hand them their magazine back if they, maybe dropped it or something, or they dropped the piece of kit or something, or shaking their hands like to be like, hey, good job, or fist bump, or give me a high five, right? That is it. That is it. You should not be putting your hands on someone that you do not have consent from, especially if they're a minor. Especially if they're minor. And it sounds weird I have to go and mention that, but I feel like I have to do it. I feel like I have to say it. Damn, Colby, what you get? Now I'm curious. What did you get? I've had to be told that I was hit because I got hit in my backpack, and I thank of him for letting me know so I could call. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes your teammates might see it and like just tell you like, hey, dude, I think you're getting hit. It's like, shit. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm out. Of course. Yeah, just gonna walk it out. Is it just me, or is anyone else having trouble finding vertical foregrips that go to Picatinny? Interesting. Interessante. I did not see that was a problem. M-Lock. Okay, I see a few of these. Unless they sold. Oh no, this sometimes you might find like a multi one, right? Like a it'll come included with all three, mounting hardware, like this guy. That one's pretty cool. I like that one. All right, some of these you might, if you're looking for like a straight vertical, that one will work with the bipod, broomstick. Yeah, there's a few Picatinny stuff, not a ton anymore, right? Because obviously M-Lock is really taking over. But I mean, you'll still find a few options here and there. Yeah, you'll still find a few options here and there. I think maybe some of the stuff just might have sold out at the moment. But yeah, there's still some. Yeah, you can still find some. All right, let's see. Just going through. I've looked at. Oh, why you looking on that place, bruh? You should be looking on our place. You should be looking at ours, man, DC. You should be looking at ours. No, sirree, Bob. Not the river place. Not the river place. Remove that one. There you go. Had to remove that one. No mention of those. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys, we got, what is that? 18 minutes left. Any questions, feel free to let me know. Promotion's still there. Take advantage of it now while you can. Do not miss out. Any $20 greater order automatically gets you into this live stream giveaway coming up this Thursday. And of course, any $50 or greater orders, right? Every $50 you spend, it gets you 2 entries. So, double entries going on right now. Any last minute questions, I'll try to go ahead and answer as best as I possibly can. Feel free to go ahead and ask me anything. It doesn't even have to be Airsoft related. You're more than welcome to. I am an open book. I am not really shy about that sort of thing. Okay, he's rolling through. But just make sure to put it in the live chat, not the comment section. That's another thing too. Don't put it in the comment section. I can't see the comments. Has to be live chat. And if you haven't already, I want to strongly suggest that you give this live stream a like as well, so we know that you guys like what we're doing here and you want us to continue doing so. Which actually, now I'm like saying it, like I kind of want to bring back talking to guests on a Tuesday. I think I have a few guests that I have in mind lined up. I want to see if I can try to get Mr. Valiant Airsoft, Schmaliant, Eddie Valiant. I want to see if I can try to get him on the show. Do a quick interview with him as well. If you guys follow him, he's pretty well known at this point now, to the point where Lance Tactical is actually even paired up with him and is going to be doing a collab project with him for one of their Gen 4 lineup that he helped design, which is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, very cool guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him at SHOT Show, which was pretty cool. But yeah, he's going to be joining us for BB Wars 2, so I want to sort of get his opinion on a few things and ask him a few questions. If you guys want to let me know what questions I should be asking him as well, make sure to put that in the Discord server and label it so that I can see it. Oh, God, it hurts to stretch. Like, I do this, I stretch back, and all of this right here. Like, I could feel it. It feels like my abs are being ripped apart. I'm getting shredded. Oh, but I'm in so much pain, though. Still. RPG, what the fuck? How many street tacos is too many? That's a very good question, actually. I know I can do 30-something tacos if I really try. We're talking about the little tacos. We're talking about the little ones. I'd have to be hungry as fuck. I'd have to, for sure, have had an active day, including working out. Minimum has to go to the gym for at least an hour, but the more I do, the hungrier I'm going to be. It helps if the day before I had a large meal, and just the next day I just didn't eat until dinner time, like late in the day. Then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm hungry. I'm just gonna destroy all these tacos, right? Yeah, I think Chef and I still need to do a taco like competition, because I know that was something that like he had done before. He'd done a mukbang of tacos before, and he was pretty impressed with the numbers that I could do. So he's like, okay, we'll have to do a competition next time. Romero, ask, is that Eddie Valiant? I love how that's the thing he's known for. You gotta ask him, is that Eddie Valiant? Gets shot right in the face. Yeti Valorant. Yeah, Yeti Valorant, is that him? Oh, dude, that's no such thing. That's right. That's no such thing as too much. No such thing. That is a concept I am unfamiliar with. Let's see here. If you're doing well because you are cheating, then you aren't doing well. You know, Cutter, I 100% agree to that statement. That is a slap of truth if I ever had one right there. That is true. If you're only getting the kills because you're disregarding the rules, or if you're only able to get like enough footage for your kill montage, because you're filling it up with a bunch of like mag dump sections, you probably weren't that good in the first place. If you're having to rely on full auto on your airsoft gun to get kills, and it's a semi-only game, I don't know what to tell you, man. I do not know what to tell you. You know, those guns, those HPA guns, they're not that heavy. They are not that heavy, man. I've felt how light these guns can get. There's no fatigue you should be getting from carrying that gun for a long period of time. If you're getting fatigued from carrying a super lightweight gun like that, you need to start hitting the gym, dude. You need to start hitting the gym like hardcore, like immediately, expeditiously. Okay, keep scrolling up, Missing a thing. We need to buy some lightsabers. You're onto something. I do have one, but I want to get a nicer one. I bought one at a... That's right, I have a dark saber. I forget that I have one. I got it off of this guy, Ishmael. I got it off him from a Mayo Gang buy-sell trade event that we did 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. It was a cool event. It was a cool event. A good amount of people showed up for that one. We did a live episode of Roast My Build too. It was very, very cool. It was very, very cool. And I saw that he was selling one. I was like, wait, how much? And I remember buying it from him too. It was one of the like officially licensed Disney ones too, which is cool. But you can definitely tell this thing was not really meant for dueling, which is what I want. So I'm really thinking about getting myself like a really, really cool lightsaber. I might do Theory Sabers, honestly, just because they have some pretty good prices on their stuff for lightsabers. I'm probably going to do... What color should I do? Obviously, you know, like it would be very much a thing to have like red. But I'll be honest, man. I've always been a purple lightsaber type of guy. I've always been a purple lightsaber guy. 2 lightsabers and an adapter so I can be a dual bladed. Here's the thing. The idea of a dual bladed lightsaber is cool as fuck, right? I don't know how practical that is. If anything, I like the idea of having like 2 short sabers. You know what I mean? 2 Shoto sabers. Like that actually is kind of cool. Like I think that's actually pretty sweet and pretty handy too. Because I feel like with the Shoto sabers, it'd be easier to like kind of tuck them in like that, you know? Oh shit! Still at work. No, Fidel, you're fine, bro. Fine. I'm just happy you're here, man. Honestly, I don't see enough of you in the live streams, dude. Like I miss you. I miss you a lot when you're not here. All the regulars, dude. All the old, especially a lot of like the old timers, right? That have been with us since the beginning. You, freaking Stitch. I miss Stitch, dude. Kaylee Steel Moon. I miss them. I really, really miss them. I hope they're doing okay. I really hope they're doing okay. ACM, which he showed up during last time as well. Ronald Hoover, I see you. You're still here though, Ron. Ron the Don, man, he's the GOAT. Ron the Don has so many times come in clutch to get us the minimum amount of entries needed whenever we do our live stream giveaways. Like he'll come in clutch, like putting multiple orders in for you guys. I mean, obviously for him too. I know he wants to win, but for you guys, you know, he wants us to be able to go out and do a giveaway. Ooh, double-handed ice. Oh my god, Galen. What the fuck? Talking about fatigue with people handling the gun. Looks like you can skip a couple meals Damn, that is mean. That is absolutely mean, brother. Why are you like that? Why are you like that? Why you gotta do me dirty like that, huh? Why you gotta do me dirty? Let's see here. Miss you too. Where is Stitch? That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Where is Stitch? Like, I remember hearing that he had some like medical stuff for like personally, because obviously he's had medical like complications. I guess that's the proper term. He's had some stuff like hindering him medically, preventing him from playing, which he can't really push himself too much. Otherwise, he does cause personal harm, which sucks. So that made it more special to me when he actually pulled through for BB Wars. It made it very special when he was able to pull through for BB Wars, because that meant a lot, because I know he took that and did that. He was really hoping to get cleared to go play, even if it, put himself a little bit at risk. Yeah. Why not just hold up? I mount a lightsaber as a bayonet on the front of it. Why not? Wouldn't it be better to just announce to the whole team that I'm right here? That's true. Them lightsabers are basically a giant beacon. It is basically a giant beacon. Let's see here. There we go. Remove. There we go. There we go. Full metal for me, but I'd like to get lighter weight for younger fan members who may want to play. That's fair. Here's the thing. I actually have nothing against polymer guns in general. I actually like polymer guns. They feel like nothing. It feels like it's comfortable because you can carry it for so long and just not get tired, like, at all. And that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. Like, if you had the option, right? This is the way I see it. If you give someone who is actually doing some actual combat shit, right? The option like, hey, we have these two guns. They perform the exact same way, but one of them is like 4 or 5 pounds lighter. It's like 4 or 5 pounds lighter. It's not going to be anywhere near as hard to carry this for long periods of time. They're obviously going to go with that one. Like, why wouldn't it? It's common sense, right? I'll use the force to stop their BBs being there. Yeah, Cutter, that is cheating. Hell no. We had to put that as a rule, DC. We literally put, actually, if you guys go along with the rules with me, there's actually a rule we put down for it. In description, no engagement distance, no bang bang, no melee weapons except lightsabers, but even then it's like very specific on how you can use those. Come on, where is, oh yes. No, what does that say? I'm gonna scroll in so y'all can see this. No Jedi force fields. The force is not with you. Do not try that. That is not something that we'd recommend that you do. That is not something that you should be doing, man. What's the point of having a gun when you can use the force on BBs? Because you can't. You can't. Dark Woods. Let's see here. Where do you enter the giveaway? All you got to do to enter the giveaway, there's, like, again, like we've been saying, is all you got to do is place a $20 or greater order on the website. Literally order anything. Doesn't matter. BBs, batteries, chargers, green gas. Could be anything. As long as your subtotal is $20 or more, you are automatically entered into the giveaway for Thursday. No additional cost of entry. You're just in it. You are just in it. Not only that, but again, if you want to take advantage of the promotion going on right now, where every $50 gets you 2 entries into the giveaway, I'd strongly recommend you do so, because we only have 6 more minutes of the stream before we close out, and the promotion expires. It goes away. And the stream goes to Thursday giveaway. Correct, absolutely correct. It is indeed Thursday. Yes, the giveaway itself is indeed Thursday. Let's see. I would go with the heavier, less recoil, faster follow-ups, at least for real steel. That's true. That is true. Today is just chilling. Yes, RPG level. Today we are just chilling today. Yeah, Cody Pereso, no worries. If you want to see the rules for yourself, you can go ahead and click this link that I'm going to put in the live chat right now. You can go ahead and click on that if you want to read all the rules for yourself so you have a better understanding of it. But yeah, it's very, very, very easy to enter the giveaway itself. Very easy. What's the gun? It's going to be a YouTube unboxing mystery box. So it could be, we could possibly grant your wish so long as you are the winner, right? It's a mystery box. It's a mystery. It's a box of mysteries is what it is. It's a box of mysteries. But it's a mystery box where we try to grant people's wishes. So if you were to be the winner, for example, if you follow all the rules and participate properly, And if you're called as the winner, you would let us know, via DMs or email or whatever, what it is you're hoping for, and we would try to grant your wish. We would try to make it happen. Isaias, I found the broomstick foregrip. I need it on G. I don't know why I didn't look there first. That's what I'm saying, DC. It's like, you just got to look on the site. Oh, you'd be surprised. We do carry quite a bit of things, man. We do carry quite a bit of stuff. You have to be on the Thursday live stream to claim. That's right. BBs are impervious to the Force. Oh, man. The Force is not strong with y'all. BBs will go through no matter what, dude. No matter how much of the Force you think is protecting you, trust me, we are not the ones. Our midichlorian count is not that high, man. Yeah, I said midichlorians. I'll say it again for all you boomers. Midichlorians. I know they're mid, but I don't care. It's canon, brother. It's canon. Oh, dude, I love Shirt Imwe. I'm one with the Force is with me. I am one with the Force is with me. You're walking into certain death and destruction. That is a dope moment, Cutter. Dope! I hear it exactly in Homer Simpson's voice as well. Guys, we got 3 more minutes left of the stream. Any orders, if you're trying to get as many entries into the giveaway for Thursday, trying to take advantage of that promotion, you only got 3 more minutes, less than 3 minutes technically, before we close out. So you got to make sure you take advantage of it now while you guys can. Remember, you get your BB Wars ticket right now, whether you're going with the Empire or the Rebels. That's $50, so you get 2 entries in the giveaway as well, in addition to an entry into the coolest Airsoft Star Wars event ever. Keep scrolling up. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I should be caught up on all this. Yeah, I should be caught on all of this. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're all caught up. Now back to the lightsaber question. Yes, I do want to get a lightsaber. I don't know which one I should. Maybe I should just get one of those. Maybe just pay a little bit more for better electronics, so that way I can switch the color on a whim. That probably would be the way to go. And maybe just swap out for like, what color lightsaber should I get though? Should I just do red? Should I just straight up do red, right? So Cisco and I have red lightsabers. That might be the way to go. I love how Boaz is so openly opposed to melee weapons of any kind. I remember once as a birthday gift, I was really considering getting him like a foam like training sword, right? I thought it'd be so cool if he had one. And he's like, no, I probably would never use it. And I'm like, man, like, why not? If I could, I would love to get Prime Tech, help me out here. What's the name of the club that the Aztec Jaguars used to carry around? That shit is cool, right? With the obsidian shards lined throughout. I don't know what that shit's called, but I want that. Like, I want a foam version of that I can carry into Airsoft with me. That'd be badass, dude. That'd be so cool. I would love to get one of those. I'm about to make my own. I'm straight up about to make my own. Would love to follow the will of the Force, but then there's the Creed. Absolutely. Isn't there something special about this Thursday giveaway? I mean, every giveaway is special. Literally every giveaway is special, considering you could literally get your dream gun, potentially. A couple hundred in general, but not everyone is on the stream. Fun fact, there's a first order carbine kit for AAP1. Yeah, there's a few Star Wars carbine kits actually out there. There's quite a few, like I was saying earlier. May the Schwartz be with you. Real wild. That's right. Fuck the lightsaber. You gotta get the ring. You gotta get the ring from Spaceballs, man. That's the way to do it. And I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Dude, I love Darth helmets so much. I love Spaceballs. That's like one of my favorite movies, dude. That's definitely top 10 for sure. That like movies that me and my brother quote with each other all the fucking time. All the goddamn time. I don't know how to pronounce that. Prime Tech, I'm gonna be real. Whatever the fuck, however you're supposed to pronounce it. Ludicrous speed. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Too chicken? Oh, no, I gotta watch it again. Fuck. All right, guys. That is it. It is now 9:30. That is gonna be it for tonight's live stream. Hopefully, you guys took advantage of the promotion. That way you guys can get the extra entries into Thursday's giveaway. But if not, it is what it is. You can still get entries in. You just got to place a $20 or greater order, and you'll get an entry in. So don't miss out, and make sure that you are tuned in and watching Thursday's live stream. Because remember, if you're not watching, you basically automatically forfeit your chance of winning. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on this live stream. I appreciate all of you from the bottom of my heart. It means the absolute world to me that you, again, chose to spend your free time hanging out with myself and the rest of the Mayo Gang community. Again, if you want to support the channel directly, make sure to get all your airsoft goodies from airsoftgi.com, whether it be BBs, batteries, chargers, green gas, airsoft guns, tactical gear, whatever it might be. Get it from us. That'll help keep the cameras rolling, the lights on, and these live streams going. I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastic night. As always, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.